Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, traders. This is John Howe speaking. Today, I'm just going to do a bit of a weekly wrap. I'm going to look at the overall sentiment of both the Australian market and both the US market, and if we can try and gauge where is the overall sentiment going on the markets today. So, I'm going to be basically looking at the indexes, such as right now we're looking at the All Ords, and I'll be also looking at the Dow, which is a top 30 stocks in the US. So. Right now we're looking at a weekly chart, and we can just see some trend lines back down at hit 03 since the market started taking off to the upside. We just got a few trend lines coming up through there, and you can see that right through there. See the support lines been holding on that trend line over here as well, and so you can see it's at a pretty good support. And if I just open this up a little bit more, you can see there's a bit of a trend line coming through here as well. So there's a pretty significant support line through there as well. And you'll be able to see right around this section right here. You see this resistance through here? Resistance came back up. It came back up. It finally broke all through this support level here. Came down and found a support level right here. Bounced off this support level right here, which was resistance, and now it's coming back onto the upside. So let me just open up a daily chart, and we'll see about these. Remember, these trend lines here are simply weekly support and resistance lines, but then you want to gauge it, time your way in on a daily chart. So, but let's gauge it. Let's have a look at something here. We had a resistance there, came down, found support on this support trend line coming up. Okay, we had a resistance through here. Because look at this. Here's a prime example. Right here you have a resistance. Okay, then it comes down and then it finds a support. And then when the support was broken through here, it came back up, tested it as resistance. It hovered around there a little bit and then got slammed to the downside. Now, one thing you'll notice is, remember I said before that support and resistance change rules. Doesn't matter if it's a horizontal or parallel line. Let me show you something here. We have a trend line. Let me just bring up a weekly chart again. We have a trend line coming up through here. See this big trend line through here? Support, 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 and then finally break through here. But I want to bring your attention to something here. Look at this. See, it came down, came back up, and now it's finding resistance on both these lines here. We had a bit of resistance through here. It did find a bit of support through here. It came down, bounced back up, and then came down. Though right now we have a bit of resistance through here, and we are at a big resistance. Okay, we are at a big resistance, and if the market keeps falling down, then I'm not sure where it'll go. But we are in a bear market at the moment. We are the overall sentiment is down, not like the last say 4 or 5 years since '03. You can see it's been a big upward trend, but say since basically mid '07 to now, we've had see this big downward trend. Remember, that's a weekly chart too. So we are in a downward trend now, and the overall market is down. The bias is down, and I believe this is our first year that we're going to have a down year on the overall market, starting from say 2008 up here, and you can see we're down heaps now so far. We're at a lot of support levels, which is fantastic, and but we'll just see what happens with the overall sentiment with the Australian market. But the overall market is down. It is bearish, but we are hitting a lot of support levels, and hence you'll see a lot of support levels on the videos that I'm doing, and also through a bunch of other stocks. I'll just bring up the Dow. Okay, so this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, and this is the top 30 stocks in the US company. So what generally happens is if the US market has a big down day, then generally the S&P will follow. Sorry, generally the Australian market will follow. So if the market has a pretty big upward day, so generally the Australian market follows. So they generally follow in trends. Now, why that's really important, because if you can see that the Dow Jones is now breaking past a really significant support level and it's likely to find resistance, that's going to drag the Australian market down. Now let me say that again. If or I say it again, but a different way. If the Dow Jones is breaking past a pretty significant support level, and it's likely to come up and find resistance at that support level, it's likely to drag down the Australian market. Just I'm not sure why. It just generally happens. The US market has a pretty big upward day, and they call it negative leads and positive leads. Basically, if the US market is down a lot, say it's the US market down 150 points or down 150 points, then they say the Australian market brings a negative lead from the US market. But we can see right now we have a pretty significant trend line up through here, through here, through here. You see the market actually bounced off here as well. But one thing you'll notice is, look over here, we had a bit of resistance. It finally broke up. But look at this. Look at this through here. This was back here at 09. Sorry, 99 to 2000. Okay, right here. 99 to 2000. We're talking 7 years later, it came back up, it came down and found what on it? A support. That's 7 years ago. Okay, 7 years ago. So it broke at this. This is the Dow Jones. Remember, it broke back up, found resistance, came back up through here, and you can see that it found support all through there as well. And the market's broken down now. And as we speak, if I just open up a candlestick chart, as we speak, we are to the downward. We are coming to the downward side, like we can see on the Australian market. But with the overall sentiment, we can see the overall sentiment is down. The overall sentiment is very, very volatile, actually. So, and that's the reason why we're at a bunch of support levels right now, which is fantastic because there's a lot of buying opportunity. Like there was a trade that I did a week or so ago, which is bouncing off a really nice support level. And even though we're in a bear market, for the people that want to get in and get out overnight, or get in one trade and next day get out, you can still get just small moves out of that. But the overall sentiment is down, and let's have a look at this here. Okay, we have a support level right here. And we can see this trend line coming up through here. Remember, this is the weekly trend line I put on here. And we can see there's a bit of support through here as well. Now, if that breaks, if 12,000 here, this is 12,000 on there, if 12,000 breaks, we are possibly looking at, see this is the latest, we can see this resistance here. See how that market came down and bounced right off that? It just bounced right off exactly on it and took right off. If this starts breaking down and it starts taking to the downside, we have got a long way to go to the downside. We're gonna probably come down to around about the 11,000 mark. It's a very bearish very bearish market, and you can see like its head and shoulder pattern through here. See this head and shoulder pattern, and then it came down. And it's just that the patterns that are on the chart, they're actually trying to teach you or tell you what might happen, or the probabilities that's going to happen on the chart. And that's what we play with. We ain't play with probabilities. We're never going to get every trade right, but the probabilities that we are going to get this trade right. So, just don't think there's anything else on this video today. Just the ordinary stuff that you know now from my previous videos: support, resistance, change roles, and so that's about it. Please take care. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see everyone next week. Bye for now. Trade in the stock market is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee your profit from the information provided. The information in these videos is meant for educational purposes only. That being said, I've been trading the market profitably for many years. So please, do your own homework and make sure you look after your current financial situation.